Music inspires, metadata collects.
Welcome to Music Metadata channel, where we discuss technical aspects of music rights, processes and tools. This is the first video of the remake of our 2019 series about music publishing. So, what is music publishing? Let us go back to Paris, the City of Lights, in mid-1800s. The legend says that 3 composers refused to pay for the drinks at the Café des Ambassadeurs, until they are compensated for their music being performed there. That this event led to a trial which led to the foundation of SACEM, the first collecting society. This is not completely true. The first actual trial was against the owner of Café Morel, where Ernest Bourget was refused a cheap drink because it did not cover the cost of musicians playing, among other, his works. He eventually won. Until then, there was very little difference between book and music publishing, as the only significant income was from sheet music. From this moment on, composers and lyricists had an additional income coming from public performances of their works. This required a lot of administrative work. Venues had to report what was played, and based on that, income was distributed. With time, internationally, which required an international network of sub-publishers. The name comes from sheet music times. Many things changed in the following 3 decades, but very few since. In many ways, collecting societies remained stuck in the late 1800s, ignoring the whole century of music records and the move into the online age. We will not move beyond the 19th century today. Instead, we'll recap the terms and lay out the plan for the following episodes. Authors, meaning composers and lyricists, also called writers, another term from sheet music times, create musical works. Works are publicly performed, usually today, and venues and radio and television networks must report this and pay royalties to local collecting societies, which then get distributed. The actual processes and underlying laws differ a lot across countries, and we will not go into details. What is important is that for distribution, data from performances must be matched against data from registrations of musical works. Registrations? Each musical work must be registered with a society in every country where it is being performed, in order to receive royalties. And for that, it must be uniquely identifiable. While all this may seem simple, 19th century processes don't combine well with 21st century tech, especially when a lot of 20th century stupidity is included. Most societies allow for manual registrations through the web portals by their affiliates. One work, one society at a time. And each portal is different. Instead, one can use Common Works registration process for electronic batch registrations and data exchange. While it is a mouthful, it is much simpler than registering manually. Specialized software is required. For most of our examples, we will be using Mutia's free open source software. With it, we will cover identifiers like IPI, ISWC and ISRC, registrations by original publishers, publishing agreements, Go-Publishing, etc. In the very next episode, we will discuss musical works, writers and their roles. We will create a CWR 3.0 file with an ISWC request. Things will get technical, but there will be no geeky details. Please subscribe and press on bell icon to get notifications about our new videos. Several recommendations. Music Metadata Basics gives short explanations of terms used in music metadata, such as music publisher, ISWC, CWR, etc. And here are playlists about DMP, free software for music publishers, and Latona, its large commercial sibling. And this very series called Music Publishing. See you in the next one.